All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the screen off you, and I'm going to drop my screen in there and just say, as before with all the other sessions, please do leave feedback at 8kb.online/feedback. We've already had some feedback coming, Fred, during the session. I guess some people had to drop out, but the feedback so far has been absolutely fantastic. I will say it.
All right, well, thank you very much. It was awesome. Looking forward to the next session. So I will mute myself and kind of take a step back now, but enjoy your break. I certainly will grab about a bucket of water and breathe, and be back a bit later, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes.
See you soon.
See you soon. So yes, next we have Taran, Andy, and Aaron looking at availability groups at scale, lesson learned at Stack Overflow. I'm pretty sure everyone here attending this session knows what Stack Overflow is, what it does. So we've got three absolute experts here going to be talking about Stack Overflow setup. Looking forward to this session very, very much. Oh, I can see you there, Andy. How are you doing?
Unmute my mic. Good. How are you?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Good stuff. Aaron, we got you there as well in your swanky office.
Good afternoon.
I can see Taran online as well. There we go. Awesome stuff. So yeah, we've got about 13 minutes, folks. So what we're going to do is we're going to give everyone a bit of a breather and let them all relax, get a cup of coffee, or if you're in the Irish time zone and it's 6:15, you can all go get a beer, and we'll be back ever so shortly. Thank you.
Don't tell us when we're allowed to drink, Andrew.
Yeah,
No,
we all have our
very
own
sorry.
schedules.
Oh, one of us is actually in a bar right now. All right.
I was not willing to do this session from my office, so I came to the tavern to do my session.
Oh, you are literally in a bar.
I'm in the tavern, what we call the tavern in our house. We don't have a dining room. We have a tavern, but very literally, all my booze is up here and over there, and yeah.
Can we change the session from availability groups to craft cocktails with Andy, Taran, and Aaron? Right?
Yeah. So
Perfect. That sounds perfect.
I could make a Manhattan while we wait.
That's why I drink.
But can you make a Manhattan for all of us?
I don't think I have quite enough bourbon for that, Ree.
Matt Gordon's here, just saying.
I mean, there's a horse farm right behind me, as you can obviously see. There's a distillery definitely right next to that somewhere. So
right.
I feel like this is a solvable problem.
I just, shipping times from Louisville to Maine doesn't always totally work out.
Lexington's an hour closer to Maine, so we've got that going for us.
Well, what I hear Andy saying is he's not prepared. Got it. Okay.
Yes, correct. I could probably make a Manhattan for every presenter and moderator and everything, but I don't have enough for the 135 people on here, which is a failure on my part. My apologies.
I actually need to look at my calendar for the rest of the day to see what anybody's level of expectation might be. I'm just kidding. I have to moderate for Kate. So I mean,
so what I hear is the next edition of 8KB is going to be 8KB plus concierge cocktails. Am I understanding that right?
8KB pub edition.
Sign me up.
I was going to say I don't hear any objections. Is Andrew still here? Andrew still is. Lessons learned for next year, Andrew. Pub edition.
Right.
I think he's run down to the pub.
I am
Actually,
totally going to get a beer. Sorry.
I have beer too, if you want to stop by here, Andrew.
Just a short flight.
Yeah, I'll just nip over, mate. No worries. See you in a minute.
Well, I mean, you're probably the closest, right, across the pond to each other.
I definitely am.
Everybody.
The flights from Europe to Boston and New England all fly right overhead. So I think even if you're flying into New York, the great circles that they use to get to New York from the other side of the pond goes right overhead. But probably the airport down the street here might not be able to take a plane that could also make it across the pond.
That's probably true. I'm guessing there's not an 8KB private jet. So
Not yet.
Where do you think we're doing with all the t-shirt money? Let's be serious.
This brings us back to John Morehouse's cash in a box or something. What was it you said, John? How can we just give you money?
I just want to give you money. I ordered 2 t-shirts, but give me a link and I'll just throw you some cash to help out.
see that. Yeah, I actually ran my Sunday car race this weekend with my Mixed Accent shirt on under all my cool suit stuff. So it brought me good luck mostly. So
Nice.
thank you. Didn't hit anything, so we'll take it. Before we get into the session here at 1:30 my time, from a question standpoint, are there built-in breaks? You just want me to yell? How do we want to do that? Not to bore us all with logistical stuff, but I feel like we should figure that out.
Oh yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, I'm usually okay with disrupting. I think that we might get to a point though where if there are a lot of disrupting questions, we might want to switch that mode. I find it a lot more natural if we'd let people just, oh, someone had a question about that thing we just said. Let's address that question now. But we might have a hard time squeezing into this 90-minute slot. So we might want to, start that way and just have the ability to turn that knob off.
Fair
And
enough. Yeah.
I'm happy later today to answer questions in Slack if it goes beyond the time. And so
Okay.
And we do have some time built in because we're going to be swapping presenters as we go. So there will be a little break in between each of us when one stops sharing and the other starts. And we have time built in. Well, we were hoping to have time built in at the end for questions, but we'll see how that goes.
All right. So I'll kind of go with the vibe of the session. And if I'm screwing that up, just tell me. Be like, hey,
Yeah, sure.
not now.
Yeah, we
And
can just
I
wait
will
and
do
say,
as I'm
hey,
told. Yeah.
no more ad hoc.
And
Got it.
also, I guess if there are questions that in your estimation will be easy to go back to at the end, you can always make the decision on your own too.
All right.
We'll roll with it. Whatever.
Yep. So we've got 7 minutes before it starts, so we'll let all the attendees get themselves sorted, and then we will kick off. About 3 minutes before, what I'll do is I'll get rid of I'll stop sharing my screen and get which one of you is presenting first.
I am.
Okay, so you can grab the screen, and then I'll give you a quick introduction, just saying session title, and the usual jam, and we'll go from there. But until then, we've got 6 minutes, so yeah, absolutely.
Do we want to just test, I haven't used this webinar platform in a long time. Maybe we just want to test.
Absolutely. What I'll do is I'll stop sharing if you want to try and grab it.
Sure.
Just curious what the transition is going to be like. That's all.
There we go. We got your first slide up there.
Okay, fantastic.
So if you folks want to test grabbing the screen off each other, you're all panelists. You've all got the ability. There's a little taskbar down the bottom.
Yep. I'll give it a shot.
Just stopped, Aaron, so.
Okay. Oh, wow. So I have apparently 4 PowerPoint windows open. Awesome. So I don't know what I'm going to show you if I open this.
One of them's probably the presenter mode, if you're
right.
already in presenter mode.
They're 4, and they all say Microsoft PowerPoint unknown. So they're not labeled, so I have no idea which one is which, but let me try.
What's good is the Office apps aren't hogs or anything, so they'll just stay in their lane. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh, I have to let this do it. I have to quit. I have to quit Zoom to let it share my screen. All right, so I will join back in a minute.
This is why we do tech checks, everyone. No worries.
We
Aaron's-
didn't do one for him.
So I did a session, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, where they used this platform that I hadn't used before. It was all done through a browser, so I couldn't. There's no like little box like you get in Zoom when you're presenting. So apparently it cut out 10 minutes before the end of my session. I just carried on, absolutely oblivious. And it was only until the end of my session I went, so do we have any questions? And I went to the browser and it was like, you've been logged out. I was like, how long ago did that happen? Get Aaron back in?
That'll be fun if we don't get Aaron back. Oh,
There he is.
Andy, you can
Lost
just
a
cover
replica.
his spot. You know that, you know this.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, we're just the same person anyway. We're a package deal at this point.
That's very true.
Oh, excellent. Yes, you can see your screen, Aaron. So you got the first PowerPoint slide up.
If you're talking, Aaron, we cannot hear you.
And if you're advancing slides, we can't see it.
This is because I joined. When you join, it mutes you, even if you're a panelist. Okay, so my screen looks okay. And how do I sound?
Good.
Sound
Yeah.
good.
Okay. 'Cause I've been using my earbuds exclusively for meetings and not using my Yeti mic, and I kind of don't want to have to set that up at this moment if I don't have to. So if this is decent, then cool.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Just make sure your earbuds are charged, Aaron.
Yeah, the
I have-
earbuds
I have-
should be
I have
highly
backup.
available, especially for this session.
I have a pair. They are async secondary.
That usually does the job.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll stop sharing.
Okay, yeah, so we have 2 minutes to go. So Taran, do you want to grab it?
Sure.
We won't put our slides back up now. I'll
Okay.
get rid of those up. Yeah. Yay, looks great. Now we've already had a comment from someone in the Slack channel, so I hope they have good advice on getting proper help from Microsoft support. Oof, okay.
Well,
I'll mention
actually-
that.
I need to change my background now, Andy and Aaron.
No,
Not
Aaron,
yet.
it's okay.
Not yet. Soon.
Soon.